Hi, my name's Nicole.
Hi, my name is Ryan.
And welcome to the Dope Student Podcast. And who do we have here today?
I'm Mrs. Valera, Marketing Communications Director at Mercy Career and Technical High School.
I'm Mr. Price. I'm the Admissions Director at Mercy Career and Technical High School.
Okay, so today we're going to be asking you guys some questions. First question is, what are the different careers and technical programs offered at Mercy Career and Technical High School?
I'll take that. We have cosmetology, which if you do everything you're supposed to in class, you will leave the school with a Pennsylvania cosmetology license. We have building trades, very similar to your class here at Mr. Jarrett. They do all things, masonry, electrical, plumbing, and so forth. We have health occupations, which our students will leave with a CNA, Certified Nursing Assistant Certificate, which gives you permission to start working in the field right out of high school. We have a business class, which our business teacher owns her own business and teaches on the side. We always tease her, we don't know which one is which. We have a computer technology teacher, or IT solutions they're calling it now, and these students create, build, and make their own computers along with fixing any broken computers that are in the building. We have a web and advertising and web art design shop, which again is all advertisement. They do most of the work in-house, creating the brochures that we use, and then either build them in the house or we send them out to get done. Cosmetology, we did. Culinary. Culinary is just that, making food and pastries and so forth. 3.5 years to create and become the next Gordon Ramsay. It's the 7 shops.
Are the specialized tracks within these programs to cater to various interests and career goals?
Well, I think each of the career paths certainly sets you off in a different direction depending on what you pick, and each career path is designed to let you graduate with both a high school diploma and an industry-recognized certification in that specific shop.
But it doesn't hold them to that. A lot of our students go off to college and universities to specialize with a good foundation from the shops that they were in and have a great foundation to start working or studying to specialize. For example, our health occupation students usually go off to become a registered nurse at a local or different university, or physician's assistants. We have one right now studying to be a doctor at Howard University. So our students get a great foundation whichever shop they choose, but then can specialize in going off to further their education in college or start in the work field depending on their situation.
What is the cost of attending Mercy Career and Technical High School for a typical academic year?
This year it's $9,100. However, we have an extensive financial aid package for those students who are in need. It's based off of family income and family size. And I'm going to say that 97% of our students get some form of financial aid, which means we only have about 8 students who are paying full price, and the rest of them are getting some form of financial assistance.
Are these scholarship opportunities or financial aid programs available to assist students with the cost of the tuition?
There are many scholarship opportunities. Most are based on household income. Some are designated just for girls. Some are designated just for boys, but many. And our financial aid office can walk anybody through them.
And besides that, you can also look for different organizations within the community that might grant scholarships to students who are going off to a trade school. So you have to be active your parents have to be active on that side also. We have a lot that come through the school, but there are some other organizations and financial assistance out there from civic organizations that you can apply for.
What are the unique benefits of attending Mercy Career and Technical High School, particularly in terms of preparing students for their future careers?
You leave our school with a career if you've done everything you're supposed to in shop. Meaning, cosmetology will have a license, which they can start graduations on a Saturday or Sunday. They can start working in the field legitimately on a Monday. Our shop teachers or our shop students, our building trade students, usually go out on co-op some version of their senior year, which gives them an opportunity to start working even before they graduate. And most of those students are offered full-time positions within the company that they're doing their co-op with. Some decide to take it because they like what they're doing. Others take the experience and either move away from the city of Philadelphia or move into a different company, now having at least 5 to 8 months work experience in the field.
How does Mercy support students in their career development and college preparation?
You get the career, you get the great foundation for the career you chose, and then our guidance counselors, we have five of them that work very hard trying to get our students, if they choose to go off to college, into the college or university of their choice. We had 55 graduates last year. 35 of them are in college or university right now. They had 57 schools to choose from, and they accumulated about $3.8 million in scholarships to pay for their college education. So what we're doing is giving all students a great foundation in a career. On top of that, we're also giving them the opportunity and the knowledge and the shove for some of them to get them into the school or of their choice and helping them figure out what is the best choice. Some of the classes that they take in our school will be financial literacy, which the teacher spends about a month going over college applications, college tuitions, what is the true cost of college. Because if a college tells you that they're going to, their school costs $30,000, the true cost is more like $40,000 because you have to stay, most schools you're staying on campus and have all these other fees. So a $40,000 is the true cost, and you only get scholarship money for $20,000. You have to make that decision, and in the one class that we do gives our students that opportunity to make that decision. But overall, every student is getting a great foundation in the field of their choice, and then they have the extra work with our guidance counselors if they choose to go off to school or college or university or trade school, because we do have some connections with higher education trade schools and further their career, mostly to specialize in something of their choosing.
But it's important, too, that we give options starting, from as early as freshman year. Because come, your junior year, you just may not want to go off to school. They talked a little bit about being visual learners versus book learners. It's important to know when you come to Mercy, there are options at the end of your fourth year, and we'll make sure that you have every opportunity to take advantage of one option or another.
Can you describe a typical day in the life of a student at Mercy Career and Technical High School?
Well, Mr. Price used to be a teacher, so he can probably take you through that.
Last year I taught seniors and sophomores. Seniors, the financial literacy class. The sophomores, geometry. So their typical day starts at 8:20 now. The very first bell rings. That's when they're allowed to leave the first floor auditorium or cafeteria and head up to their lockers, get themselves prepared for the day. By 8:30, they should be in the classroom, ready to work, because 8:30 is first period. It's 40 minutes long, so at 9:10, your first period's over and you're moving on to your second period. You have 2 minutes in between periods to get to your next class. Most of the time it's not an issue, but there are some who have issues and concerns, and it takes a little longer. But the teachers understand that, and they get used to it. Once you have your academics out of the way, depending on the school year that you're in, you will have lunch and then go into the shop class that you chose, and you'll either work 3 periods or 4 periods, depending on the year, in your shop period. If you are in the shop first part, you're there either 3 periods or first periods, have your lunch, and then go off to your academics in the afternoon. You have 9 40-minute periods with 2 minutes in between, so class starts at 8:30 and it is ending at 3:08 in the afternoon, which at 3:08 you're walking out and catching your bus home, catching your ride home, or for some of our students, they walk home. And then there's extracurricular activities, either clubs or sports that you are encouraged to enroll and participate in. So those actually, the students will be there from anywhere from 3:08 to 5 o'clock or 6 or 7, depending if it's a game or if it's just practice. But our students are encouraged to get involved in anything that interests them. sports or clubs and have fun and become that total student academically, shop-wise, and extracurricular versions.
Are there extracurricular activities, clubs, or events that students could participate in to enhance their overall experience?
We have quite a few clubs for after school. One of the ones we introduced last year was Express Yourself Art Club, and they do everything from, at the holiday time, wreath making to a lot of diamond art. But you can come to that class, all the supplies are there, and you can just get going the minute you sit down. We have an environmental club, to name another. They take care of all the gardens on the property. They take care of what's planted. They go out and nurture what's planted. They take some pretty neat field trips, as far as I know. And we've got student government, we've got honor society, we've got
Chess club.
chess.
We have the Young Activist Club. A newer club to the school is the Yoga Club. Debate club we have. Student government, yearbook, and National Honor Society. Student government, you have to be elected into the club, which means as freshmen, you'd come in. There's 4 freshman representatives. You'd have to get the rest of your freshmen to vote for you. Student government is being elected. Our National Honor Society, you have to be invited into, which means you have to be decent grades, a decent overall complete student. And if you're invited into that, we highly encourage you to do that because it looks great on your resume, either for school or for a job. And then our yearbook staff are our seniors. They incorporate day one and senior year all the way up to graduation day, and they take care of the yearbook. As far as sports, we have right now our soccer team is in the playoffs, and our girls volleyball team is finishing up and looks like they're going to make the playoffs also. Our winter sports is basketball for both boys and girls, bowling for boys and girls, and cheerleading. And then our spring sports are baseball, softball, and track and field.
You know, one of the clubs that I forgot to mention that is by far one of the most popular is esports. So if you really like Mario Kart, esports happens every week on Thursdays after school. There's some practice in the beginning sessions, but then there's competitions against other schools. So if that's something you like.
Mario Kart, Super Smash Brothers, and Overwatch are the 3 esports teams that they have. I completely forgot about that. Don't tell Mr. Cartini.
Does Mercy Career and Technical High School have partnership with local industries or businesses that provide students with real-world work experiences or internship?
I mean, that's where our co-op program really comes into play. I know that for a while, when it was around, the Cricket Club was a big employer for our culinary and pastry arts kids. I know that the Union League of Philadelphia, which is where the chef who teaches that class used to work, they will also hire some of our students from time to time. Campus Apartments in Philadelphia is a big employer for our building trade students. Philadelphia Insurance is a big employer for some of our business students. And for the most part, each of our shops has at least one employer that will hire students for co-op each year. Last year, we even had Metro Philly newspaper hired 2 of our advertising and design students during the school year.
Our teachers, our shop teachers, our career teachers are pretty well connected in the field, so they have guest speakers come in and talk to the students about what's current, what's hot, what's not, especially our cosmetology students and the industry that's going on and how they interact between the industry and our students. Our health occupation students go out and do their clinical work outside the school, where they're actually working on real live patients who are in a nursing home or in a hospital, getting that real world experience. So our teachers are very well connected to the industry, still very much participating in it and understand what is going on and give that information and that knowledge to our students because of what they're saying and what they're doing and who they're bringing into the school or who we're going out to visit in the different locations throughout the city of Philadelphia.
How do these partnerships contribute to the student learning and skill development?
Well, I mean, it's real life learning. And, they've spent the morning for the most part in their classrooms doing their academic work. They go to lunch and then they leave and they experience a little bit of the real world. They experience the the routine of clocking out when they leave school to give them a little sense of how important it is to leave in a timely manner to get where they have to go. And then when they get to work, they have to check in as well. But the tasks that they're given when they get to the job are very much tasks that people would be given, let's say, on their first year of work.
I had a building trade student who came back to get his yearbook on Tuesday, and he said he just got a promotion. He was working co-op in this company where they do spray, like the bottom of this, so they spray coat stuff. And he said he just got a promotion and a pay raise because of the way he was doing his job. They liked it so much they want to keep him on and keep him happy. So real life, hands-on. He was working as a co-op student, which means he left half the day and went to work. Now he's working full-time and is working his way up through the company that he works for. So there is great opportunity there for the students.
Can you share some success stories of Mercy and who has excelled in their careers after graduating from the school?
This one's yours, Jen.
I do know that we had a graduate from building trades go off to campus apartments, and he is a fairly high-ranking member of their management team now. We also had a student, I think it was 2 years ago now, another building trade student who went out he left us, he went to Williamson College of the Trades. He went out to the West Coast to work on wind turbines, and he is now making easily into triple digits. The third person that comes to mind for me is a young man who took our culinary and pastry arts program, who was on season 13 of Top Chef. So if you've ever seen that show, the chefs come together and they compete. He did not win Top Chef, but he was on Top Chef, and he's come back from time to time to speak to our students.
Most recently, we have some of our students who have been really excited about the college or university of their choice. Our biggest two that I remember coming running down the hall and almost tackling me when the one health occupation student made it into Howard University, her first choice, a well-renowned historical black college. She was amazed and happy, so happy that she got in, and she's there studying now. And her friend who just got into the same school chose not to go to Howard because of the things she learned in class and how much money it would actually cost her to make. So those simple choices that they are learning about in our class now, using it in real-world life. She picked her number 2 school because it was about $120,000 cheaper than her number 1 school, and she realized that she didn't want to leave college with all that debt.
How does Mercy stay connected with its alumni, and what support is available to graduates as they enter the workforce or pursue higher education?
I mean, I think graduates always have a lifeline back to Mercy after they leave. We're pretty clear in explaining that they're always welcome back. You have easy access to your teachers. You have easy access sometimes even to the principal to go ask for advice once you've left school. Letters of recommendation are huge as you exit Mercy and enter the real world. As far as the alum go, we do have certain events during the year. We certainly have a few basketball games that we invite them to play. Some fundraising activities we do with the alum. And we do have a department dedicated to making sure the alum are catered to.
One of our best things was that we have alumni on our staff right now. We have at least 2 teachers that were students in the school teaching the shop that they went into, that they took and got their high school and their certificates from. We have other alumni doing other things within the school. So our alumni is part of our family that is currently working at the school right now. They liked it so much they didn't want to leave.
So, a side question is, who do you think is going to win between the competition between Mayfair and Mercy?
Mercy. Thank you.
Hands
Thank
down,
you.
Mercy. Number 1
Thank
out
you.
there with Alex and her crew.
Well, thank you so much for letting us interview
Thank
you guys
you.
today. Thank
Thanks
you
for
for
having us.
watching the episode on the Dope Student Podcast. Bye. Big Mayfair.